Hello, everyone. I know I said I wouldn't do the episode. I wouldn't do another tour of the main line till later, but I'm going to try and see if I can get this to play nice now, so we can actually, I don't know, do the second part of the tour. So hopefully this thing works because I'm trying to still figure out the share thingy, and it's it's kind of hard for me to figure out stuff. So I'm gonna try and see if I can. Yes, it's still kind of trying to figure out how to share screens and stuff. I did this last night, no problem. You think I can remember? um, shoot. Oh yeah, share screen. Window. We want to train to new era. Share. Okay, there's that. And I might have some friends from Discord jump in. So we'll see how this goes, and hopefully we'll see if everything goes the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to just do this the fun way if I can. Remember how to do this. Still getting used to the stream stuff. So give me a second, and I'm going to see if I can add a couple of buddies. Okay, now I do have one of my friends here, surprisingly.
Hello.
Alex has come to join us on this fun adventure. Oh, Pogmus is here too. Yay. Welcome, you two.
Hello. What's going on here?
It's going to be a tour up the main line from Knapford to Crosby today. I was supposed to do it Monday, but I got kind of lazy and said screw it, so I'm doing it early.
Okay.
I wonder who else is going to surface. I'm kind of waiting to see if Henry and everyone else surfaces, so. But mainly, a lot of things have been going on, and obviously, because Penny hasn't been out in a while, I figure for this stream in particular, I might as well use her since she had a massive update. So after the long ass wait for 3 years to get her updated, so or I heard someone else click in. Let me check streamy. Right. Oi. So let's see.
I did some updates to my ships have been true. Any opinions? I mean, we've only seen
the.
Yeah, just whoa. I think we're just waiting on Henry to show up. I think.
Yeah.
So
I just did some updates to my chest and mesh edit. I'll finish them up later because I can't be bothered to finish it right now.
Yeah. So almost everyone's here. I'm just waiting to see if Henry surfaces, and so we'll give him a couple more minutes before we start the adventure. Last night I did the run from Arlsburg West all the way in Knapford. So
Arlsburg.
Or all the way to Tidmouth, so we should be starting at Tidmouth.
Arlsburg. More like burger.
I wonder if Tonks can hear me, because I know I can hear him.
So
that's because Puckman, you want to know why?
Yeah, so
imagine if he responds to me as soon as I say that. That would be funny.
Yeah, so we'll be starting from here at Knapford and venturing. We might go past Crosby. It depends what people want, or Penny could end up on the branch line for all we damn know. It depends what people want to see. Hopefully a lot of people watch, and we can go from there.
So where are we going?
The plan is to go up to Crosby, but we could go beyond there or end up going somewhere else entirely. It depends on what people want. So
just had a random thought.
Oh yeah, also Pugmas.
We have a certain right?
So you want to know why? So you want to know why you can hear Tonks? Because I'm both in the stream and Discord at the same time.
So yeah, this can go one of two ways because we can go either way, but it depends if people want to branch or if they want, or if just want to continue the main line, then travel the branches afterwards. So there's a lot of mysteries I hit on this map just for people who wouldn't know. They know Sodor, but they don't know all the secrets. And I did hide some Easter eggs for a lot of people.
I know I said this in the server, but it's kind of shocking how some people are able to pull off something like a whole ass route to the point where it resembles the outline. Yeah, like this is what I mean. I'm surprised people can pull off something like that.
Yeah, but everyone gets scared of the inner dem work. I did all the inner dem work from scratch. So this whole thing was flat when I started with just a blank outline.
Inner what?
When I started this project in 2019, this whole route basically was just an empty island with no water work around it, no dem work, no streams, no rivers, nothing.
Also, I don't know if I can use this on my TS 2009 since it's confirmed that Tane routes don't work on 09.
Here's why. Anything that's made in Tane has got a special thing with the grid, which won't go lower than Trains a New Era.
Ah, shit.
So anything that's made in Tane can go up to 19, 22, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anything lower, you gotta use Tane in order to use, especially this map, because this map requires 16 gigs of memory to use, not of actual gigabyte space like internally. You're talking actual computer RAM. It takes 16 gigs to run this thing.
16 gigabytes.
16 gigabytes? Jesus!
Yeah, if you don't have 16 gigs of internal memory in your computer, this route won't load.
Over just some polygons, goddamn.
It's not the polygons. There's 1,505 baseports to this whole map.
Jesus.
The 8,000 baseport's even nastier because that works on a 16 gig system, but that's 8,000 baseports. You want the bigger one? Well, then you got to upgrade to 32 gigs.
Jesus, the fact that this has been pulled off successfully is actually
and if
impressive.
you want something smaller, that's what the Railway Series route's for.
What Railway Series route?
the Northwestern Railway route that's restored, which I might bring up later.
Yeah, who made it though?
Oh, it was made by someone who left the community, and basically everyone forgot about it. I basically went through the community, tracked down all the pieces, and put the thing back together. I haven't finished detailing it yet, but the whole map is operating with every piece to the main line, and the mid-sodor is on it from 1923 up until 1976, so it's the year before the Arsdale came, so everything's in place accurately, so it's like, holy crap.
Jesus, that's a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And then you get the biggest monster in the community, the TV series map, which everyone wants, is 10,000 baseboards, which I refuse to build.
10,000, Jesus.
Yeah, but there's something bigger than that lurking. The one that's bigger than that is the biggest route in the community, which is known as the Monster, which is just an outline of Northern Ireland, which has the same shape as Sodor mysteriously, but it's 55,560 baseboards. And it takes 32 gigs of RAM to load, and no one can build the damn thing because it will crash their damn computer trying to build it.
Couldn't help but notice that Henry fan said cheese in the live chat.
So yeah, basically everyone's here, so I don't know exactly where we're gonna go, but we kind of get this. Basically, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys with the stream and see where you guys would want to end, where you want Penny to scamper off to. I mean, she could travel with the branch line, or we could stick to the main line plan.
We could stick to the branch line since that one has more scenery.
Well, it depends because the main line.
I think the main line we should go.
Like with the main line, there isn't really a whole much, but like with branch lines, there's a lot of scenery.
Each branch line is different because it was done in my own test. So if we go venturing down to Thomas's branch, that'd be like the first one we're going down.
Alex, fix your microphone.
So it's either we stick to the main line or we go down the branch. It's mainly up to you guys.
Branch lines.
Well, the only branch line nearby Knapford, obviously, we came up the Little Western last night, so might as well head down Thomas's branch, right?
I guess so.
Well, yeah, until Ellsbridge, and then we should switch back onto the main line.
That's a problem. The Railway Series map didn't have a connection loop at Ellsbridge. Basically, Ellsbridge was just on the branch line and it continued down the branch. So if we start Thomas's branch at Knapford, we're going down the entire branch until we get to Alstead.
Alstead? Like Alstead Castle?
Yeah,
like
which is the end of Thomas's branch line.
Basically,
keep in mind the branch line work hasn't been seen yet.
Knapford like junction station to the Farquhar branch?
Well, Knapford is basically the starting point of this whole adventure. As you can see, the town's freaking huge the way I did it, so. But we can have a race down the branch if we want, and race against Birdie, see who gets down to Farquhar first to make it interesting.
No, we don't. I don't want to race Birdie. I want to race Fred.
So basically, we're just traveling light edge because it's just us and the brake van, so I think we're good traveling. Keep this as a...
Me when the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria burns down. Me when the Fazbear...
I did have the character redone not too long ago, so Penny's finally up to date for everything. So now, and she's good for shooting. This is the first time she's been back on screen since her rebuild, so.
I remember seeing that one video with like Edward and I think it was Penelope. I think I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
that was on my channel, so.
Yeah, but goddamn, that video was just old. I remember seeing it too, like years ago.
Well, I did an episode of when she was found, and then she was converted back to her original design, and then repairs, accidents, all kinds of fun stuff. I got to like the 4th episode and then stopped. And then she got mended and went home, but then something screwy happened. I didn't emphasize what, and she got turned back into a Claude again, so. Basically, I kind of was like,
turned into a blob?
Well, she's a Claude Hamilton now, like she should be. She was a mixed traffic engine when she was first found. And then she got turned into Edward's class at the end. I did that for a joke, for like an alternative ending, and no one really like noticed I was like goofing around with it. So I was like, screw it, I'll mess with it later, and I just kind of like never messed with it again. And then I just kind of capped the ending.
Oh.
So yeah. There we go. But yeah, first trip, it's been kind of peaceful. I mean, I built.
I actually still remember seeing that video. It was so nostalgic.
Yeah, but seeing Penny now and her new update kind of gives a lot of people more hope that I'm going to show up more, which I will most likely, because now she's done and the route's done and everything else is done. Keep in mind, it's been a 5.25-year project to build this route, so.
Yeah, because like there's no way that like someone will be able to make that in just minutes.
Yeah, this route took 5.25 years. So, made up to dry island.
That's a reasonable time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Airfield works, which is fun. So basically, if you wanted to, you could fly. If we had Tiger Moth or something, we could go against him, but I don't think we want to do that today.
Also, here's a sneak peek from my chest and mesh edit.
Well, we'll look at it later, because basically...
no, I'm showing it on my profile picture. Because, like, I can't be bothered to, like, show on the screen share.
Yeah, so basically, I did hook the tracks up going to the harbor, which took a while, because I had to figure out the harbor layout going towards the harbor, so... I do have a small goods yard set in for the goods. As you can see, it's not that big, but it works.
It works.
Yeah, and then you got the slow trip back up here at the harbor where I hooked everything up. Now, for a lot of people who haven't been following much, one of the future sagas will have a dock key right here hooked up. I just haven't filmed with that map yet, because that's for the new series. So for now, Knapford Harbor just kind of has a loop. And yes, Carly is down here for special reasons, because...
Yeah, I was about to bring that up.
The reason she's down here is there was no powerful cranes at the harbor. Cranky is already down at Brandon, and so is Big Mickey. You got 2 out of 3. I think that's all you need.
Yeah, so I guess this is a perfect spot for Carly.
Yeah, in case something heavy comes in, you need someone strong to lift it. Hey, it works. So basically, the loop's been done for the harbor. All that's been hooked up. And obviously, the main line's had mondo tweaks. But we'll go along the main line maybe later if we have enough time. But obviously, time to leave Dryall and continue on our chapter quest up. Let's see. According to this, signal's clear. Might as well get going.
Edward's theme is just killing me.
Well, I modified the theme a bit for her, so it's more of a later theme for Edward, because I used for Penny. I wanted to use a different theme for her, but because of her design, the way I did it with the original theme, I just went with one with a little higher pitch for her. So it does give her a different type of theme, which is nice.
I kind of like how she's like number 12 instead of Emily.
Well, yeah, that's going for the Trains Present Sodor Adventures universe. Of course, she's going to hold that number until Emily shows up, and then the two of them get into a huge fight, which will be an episode in itself. So,
boy, cannot wait to see that dynamic.
Yeah, Penny's had the number a lot longer because with her backstory where she came from.
Yeah, because like Emily got her number later on during the CGI series.
Yeah,
maybe
Penny,
during the Wubba era. I have no idea.
Yeah, Penny had her number when she first got back to the island, but she's been on Sodor for years. No one really knew about it because she wasn't in her proper shape to wear it. And then finally, after a lot of things happened, her getting mended and everything else, and getting a new chance to be useful again, things have changed. So an engine like her, she actually got the chances she needed, and now she wears her number with pride, but of course Emily's like, no, I'm taking that. And it's like, no, you're not. Penny ran from a railroad in Japan where she was on one piston and got away. She hopped on a boat down at the docks where she could barely move, made it back to Sodor, and then she disappeared into a mine shaft where Edward found her years later.
Mine shaft.
Yeah, there was a mine shaft at
Who found her later?
no one knew about.
Wait, who found her later?
Edward found her, which spawned in the
Edward
first
gets, like,
episode
I don't remember
of
that.
Adventures. Basically, Penny's mine shaft is at Wellsworth, but no one really knew about it because it was so hidden. Some workmen accidentally found it when they were blasting the hillside.
Penny's mine shaft. Creative name.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we got like Henry's Tunnel, Gordon's Hill.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense.
Edward's branch line, Thomas's branch line.
Yeah, but like those are like named after like an engine obtains like a branch line.
Yeah, and it's funny because Penny's mine shaft has been closed off for years since she got pulled out of the shaft and got mended.
James's bootlace.
Henry's old Terrence's field of. Oh my god.
She's learned a lot since her time being back out, but surprisingly, she learned that you can't outsmart an old engine. She tried out Edward outsmarted her.
Oh yeah, that's the video I'm referring to. I actually remember seeing that during the.
That was the second episode, the one that ended up spawning everything. Basically, she wasn't perfect at the time because her model was an old UK branch line model. Finally, a friend of mine went and redid her for a massive 2006 upgrade. AJS scripted her and everything. I did the tweak work to revive the model off of a blown 2006 Molly, which everyone talked about.
I still remember the UK BL reskin.
Yeah, but she's been redone since then, so she looks a lot better now. She's all scripted, finally, after the long-ass wait. I mean, this is probably first time in, I don't know, a couple of years since I've had her done, so.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to push on her that hard going down the branch because it's a long trip and I don't want to burn up all the water on the way, so that's why I'm going easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're traveling light engine anyway, but a lot of people haven't seen much of the route, so I mean, yeah, we'll do a Crosby Street.
It's massive.
I mean, yeah, 1,505 baseboards isn't no small route.
Never was. Never was.
No, it's just a lot of people have never seen the interpretation of what the whole island would look like if it was done to a different style. More industrious, but more to an RWS industrial. That was the whole point of me doing it. And plus, if we want to, we can ride in the brake van. Hey, look, I'm hanging out the windows!
Oh my god, we're hanging on the window.
Oh shit! Tree! Get it! Ah!
Tree.
But yeah, we can basically just goof around and explore. It's more just sit back, relax, hang with friends, and just explore because people haven't really seen the route. So.
Oh yeah, and also I think in like an interior view, you can actually also do interesting shots because that's what I also do most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like interior, and then like when you like start moving around, you can actually do like interesting shots, like even wheel shots too.
Well, I have the internal cam set up, so I can basically do shots anywhere. It's just I don't have the invisible cab on Penny at the moment, so I try not to do cab shots with her.
Yeah, just like use like a random invisible cab.
It's because the tank engine that's on her for the cab interior was swapped, not with her original interior, so I haven't had a chance to fix it yet.
Yeah.
So. Just
I mainly use the TS12 invisible interior.
Yeah, like the interior she had was totally custom. I just don't have it back in yet, so I've been kind of lazy about it. So I'm going to put the invisible cab back in so that way I get the nice view.
Yeah, but like for right now, I think you just use the brake van since that one is somewhat of a invisible interior, maybe? I don't know.
Yep. So there's Ellsbridge. Small junction because we're on Thomas's branch.
I mean, yeah, because I would have a massive junction on a branch line.
Yep. Anyone want to go fishing?
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Where Thomas accidentally caught some fish.
Got fish and gave the fat controller a fish dinner.
Well, Thomas surely has done a favor to top him.
Yeah. Think about it. He basically brought the fat guy dinner. Now, it's funny because I went through a lot of the branch line. I did change a lot of the bridges and strengthen the bridges to handle the weight of the heavier engines. So the branch line does have a lot more strain to it, but not as much because the engines are set up. I mean, the branch can handle an engine like Penny easily because she's basically no heavier than Edward. So
wait, would Molly and her be like sisters or something?
they are actually. Penny's just the younger sibling. You don't see much of her because she's always scampering around on the Wellsworth branch.
Oh, so that's where she works. She works
Yeah,
on
so
the Wellsworth.
see, if you see a flash of pink by the orchard, that's about it. That's all you'll see of her the whole day, and then you won't see her the rest of the day. Hold up a minute, guys.
Nick,
What, Mom?
make me some iced tea, please.
Yeah, I'll be right up. I'm gonna have to pause the stream for the moment because. So I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something. So be right back,
Okay.
guys. And and Pogmus, you can entertain everyone while I'm gone for a few months. I'll be right back. I gotta go make iced tea for Mom. So
I bet.
be right back.
Alrighty, so what was that? Oh yeah. So I already brought up the fact that I'm making a chest initiative, which is on my profile picture. But this is only the engine. I've also done the tender. Which let me bring that up actually. I'll just get the stinking tender up. There it is. Cheston's tender. I've also added the buffers on that because, like, if it's on the engine, then why not add it to the back?
Back of what?
Cheston's tender. Since like, yeah, because like if Cheston already has like the oval buffers at the front, why not add it to the back? You know, just to keep it more consistent. Because like if it's also on Gordon, then why not add it to Cheston? Oh my god. Okay, I just showcased it, and someone said we got trains Cheston before GTA 6. God, these GTA 6 jokes can never get old. Well, at least for me. I don't know how other people feel about it, but I could give less of a fuck about it.
We got Freddy Fazbear before. We got FNAF 3 before. We got FNAF 7 before Freddy Fazbear.
Bro, someone just sent me a video that I made during my fucking vacation. It's like, you know that one vid by Victor Tanzik that introduced Joey the LMS Ginty?
Yeah.
And you know how like Victor says, that's what I'm free. I never met a box I couldn't smash.
Yeah.
Like that part of the vid, right? So what I did was I clipped that part, but then at the end I added the Law and Order Special Victims Unit intro.
Jeez.
Which I think I posted that on Henry's server. Hold on, let me do my research because I have no idea if I did or if I did not. Fuck, where's the memes chat? Shit, memes. There it is. Oh yeah, I did post it. I posted on Henry's server. Bro, I cannot get that video out of my head. Like the way it just casually says, I never met a boxer who couldn't smash it. The Law and Order bit just comes up on the screen. And by the way, yes, I did make that video.
What?
For the record.
Okay, back to traveling.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Ah, boy.
Yeah, I was just talking about that one joke video I made about fucking Victor Tanzik.
So yeah, now we're going to continue our trip back up the branch. There is a lot of camera shots along the branch line. I just haven't had a chance to, how'd you say, get everything together. But the branches in Thomas's branch came out really well. Wellsworth came out well. the whole island came out perfect, which I will be streaming little by little each trip. So each time we're going to visit a different part of the map.
It's
But
like a
because
Deadly
it's
Thomas
so
event.
long, the only thing is we're not going to the quarry because that leads to a whole different saga if we go to the quarry. So
This gives me like a Dale with Thomas event vibes, where you just go on a trip on a an engine.
well, basically there is other engines, but I don't have all my Thomas content installed right now. So basically,
only
that's
have
like my main Thomas character that I have installed because she's the star of my series. And after that update she had, that was the last time I put anything in. So which was this morning. So. I mean, I wanted to do the branch line to more like a railway series, but done to my own touch with TV mixed in. So when you look at the branch, you kind of got the touch of both, but it gives the branch line a different look. Something unique, something special.
Special.
Plus, because of Penny's bad engine sound, I kind of had to change her engine spec around so that way it should work properly. So instead of having the real strong spec that she had originally, I had to give her back a tank engine spec, basically, so that way she doesn't break her engine sounds.
Breaking the engine sound.
No, she literally will. That's how bad it is. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to mess with that.
Breaking the engine sound? How does that even work?
Get the engine to move fast back and drive fast, and it sounds like the pistons are clanging together.
Like how do you just break an engine sound?
I'll do it on the stream just for fun. Okay, screw it. I'll do it once. Okay, so now we go with the spec I normally use for her.
To be honest, I was surprised that you didn't use like some other engine theme.
Well, I have my other engines. My Honeywell engines are installed, but no one's really seen much of them because I haven't shown much of them.
Well, I meant like Edward's hit era theme.
Well, I was trying to think of one that would work for the timing, and I haven't really gone through all my other engines yet, so.
True. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Did you notice the engine sound of the pistons is basically faded? That's what happens when you break an engine sound. The sound of the pistons breaks. You don't hear it anymore.
Wait, remember the time that you
broke? Some engines is the RWS Gordon engine spec. But I want to be honest about one thing. I really don't like it how the engine sound just constantly speeds up, and it just sounds awful. Well, sometimes.
That's why I had Penny sitting down with that lower spec, so that way that engine sound will be consistent with her moving around. That's why I had her with the long spec.
I get it. Consistency is important, but when you constantly hear the same noise, it's just a bit disorienting and annoying to hear. Which that's why most of the time for some engines, I just use the RWS Gordon engine spec because that one fades over time.
It's not so much the spec; it's the engine sound, and because Penny's not adjusted for a lot of changes. So I haven't really gone through all the changes on her, but I want her to be at least adjusted, so that's why I went through the specs. Now, there is shots up here for Runaway and stuff like that during the second season. So, and I did put signal boxes around, but I haven't blanked out all the signal boxes yet, so because one of them is actually at Mapford, so. Now, the funny thing is, we can go all the way to Allstate Castle if we want, Or we can just stop at the town of Alstead, but the branch line ends up at the castle, so. But we could explore the back half of the island too if anyone wants to go beyond Farquhar, so. Because this is going to be a long stream, because it can go either way. I mean, we can go through the back half across the island, which makes it a little more fun.
What if?
Oh my god, the reference in the live chat.
But,
Oh god.
What if what?
God, look, someone's doing a unlucky tug / trampy reference.
wait, is like Ulster Castle like the giant castle in the thing?
Allstate Castle is on this route, but it's all done from the concept art, not the way that was depicted from the railway works, the way they did when they did the dinosaur park.
And don't
Wait,
excuse
I kind of want to see the concept art one.
Well, technically, we got a decision to make, because now we're down at Farquhar. We can either go up towards the castle, which means go through the tramway, through Alstead, over the dam, and all that fun stuff up to the castle, which is way up there in the back. You can see a shot of it from here, how big the castle actually is.
What's the other?
The other option is we could sneak through the quarry and then go through the gorge and buy Toby's shed and then pop out at Bluffs Cove.
What do you think, Pogmus? Oh, he's deafened. He's muted. I guess I get to make the decision.
Well, it depends how many people are here.
I think there's only who is here?
It's just you, me, and Pogmus, I guess. I guess everyone else kind of bounced out and left.
Well, I think the best thing we can do is go.
If we're going to the quarry, I'm going to have to switch rails and head over to the quarry, but I'm going to have to go slow through the village.
Pogmus. Would you like to go to Ulster Castle? Or
Why not?
okay, Ulster Castle we go.
All right, Bunny, you heard him. Let's get going. Okay, I'm moving. Plus, there is some Season 3 shots that will surface on the way, so... And some later season shots.
The way the cameras are set perfectly and so accurately.
Well, it's the way I set the branch line up. I had to give it some twist, but the way I set with the cameras, Alstead had the perfect camera shot for Season 3. And it's funny because no one really knew where the Alstead connection was. There's a hidden connection on the Alstead expansion, but no one knew where the trackbed would go. I figured it out after doing some research behind the scenes of Thomas, where the trackbed was hidden going to the castle. Remember the yard where Thomas had his accident at the end of Ulster, where he slid down the hill and smashed through the wall?
Yeah.
Well, funny part is about that, when we get near that section of track, you'll see where the trackbed's hidden. That's the funny part. It kind of makes it a little more fun cruising around when you know where you're going. So, and because we're going to the castle, that means we get to see all the fun stops along the way up the branch line. So, coming through the valley going into Alstead's a little bit different, and there is valley shots in place. I just haven't been using them because I haven't come down here yet to show off this part of the route. So it's a little bit more fun when you get to come through this area because then you get to see everything working, like the working signals, the switches, all that fun stuff. Now here's one of the cool parts. Season 3 shot, anyone?
Season 3. Just don't let Henry freak out.
Oh, Henry already saw it last night. I was goofing around.
Oh god damn.
Wait, what
I
happened?
don't know how much he's into goddamn season 3.
I also
Where
got
was
some season 5 shots in here. Some, not many, but some.
Hooray, season 5.
You know, Toby and the Flood.
Whoa.
I also did do a few shots of it the way I set it up. I didn't get a chance to set all the cameras, but I set most of them for this, so you can kind of see the castle lurking up over the back. You can see the castle looming. It's the way the cameras are set I did it, and plus where the turn is, you wouldn't notice much. Now here's a shot from season 1 you would see of Toby, if he were coming down this way. When the camera switches, you'll see it. Put Toby and Henrietta there, or Thomas right there, and you'd have a season 3. If you had Toby right there, you'd have a season 1.
I just hear the Discord sound effects in the background.
Now we're going through a long tunnel, so let's just take the shortcut and we'll meet her on the other side. We'll just wait here at the signal box for her. Actually, screw it, we'll wait outside. Oh well, long trip, but basically there's also a fishing sighting here I didn't know about on this end of the branch. I did not know about that for the longest time. And who knows? I might actually have Sodor Castle surface in this video.
Surface.
Well, the funny thing is, when it comes to trains, everyone refers to Sodor Castle as Sodor Castle, but Sodor Castle could be a variety of different engines because it's not preferably actually Sodor Castle. But the one everyone keeps looking at, trying to get a hold of, by the extended railway series they can't get a hold of, technically, it's their version of Sodor Castle, but it's not technically the castle that was... There were notes found with one of the engines listed in Wilbert Audrey's office, which was accounted for mysteriously, but there was a big misconception no one paid attention to. So because of that, people have been reaching this whole thing about Sodor Castle, doing all this fun stuff, making Sodor Castle different than what they actually are, and that kind of screwed with a lot of stuff. But according to the whole ruse with the castle thing, technically, you cannot actually use Sodor Castle. Now, the funny thing is, about the castle engine I have, she lives on Sodor, but she's not called Sodor Castle. That's the funny thing. So it kind of opens that whole different thing because you don't know where she's from originally. She used to work on a private extension. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to see her later on, zip by somewhere. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get to see her up at the castle. I know it's a long way waiting for the train, but what can you... Hey, look, bluebell flowers.
Bluebell.
Ah, here comes Penny. And it is funny because as you travel along the branch line, you can feel more and more changes to it, but you don't know exactly where all the changes were on the branch when everything was done.
Yeah.
The funniest part's going to be, though, is there actually is a double pun joke in here. I've done it once already on DeviantArt goofing around. I don't know if anyone caught it, though, because a lot of people don't see DeviantArt much, so there is a double pun joke in here when we get
double pun?
Yeah, basically, someone will make a joke, and then they'll realize the location, and they're like, oh. And it's a double joke, basically, because someone's like, oh, someone will make a joke about something, and then all of a sudden they'll realize where they are, and they're like, what the? They don't realize it's a double pun joke.
Double pun.
And we're right nearing that spot, so I can actually do it. That's why I'm slowing down, because this is where the funny joke comes in. Now think. Kind of sucks when you got to go near the dam. Damn! Well, shit. We're at the Ulstead Dam. Which is pretty funny.
Wait,
He was like,
the bridge from Toby and the Flood?
Yeah, take a look at the dam. The dam that burst.
Yeah. There are those holes.
Well, now I'm going to shed a little light on that mystery you guys were wondering about. Where the track lead is. Now, we can look at this one of two ways. We can look at it from the other perspective where Thomas would have been, or for another engine in this case, just for an example, or we can look at exactly going down the siding, going towards the castle. So why don't we just step into the siding for safety and stop, and then I'll show you guys exactly where that bed was hidden. They hid it in the TV show so people wouldn't notice it when they did the episode, but no one could make the connection to where it was.
Where was the, wait, hold on. What was the connection?
All right. You'll recognize this area from Thomas and the Special Letter.
Yes.
Now, take a look right here. Here's Thomas's accident. Now, look close. See this track right here? It was stopped right here at the silo. Where was the track bed? Take a look. Look. That's where the track bed was hidden. Basically, because they capped the siding short, no one knew the track bed to Allstead was right there.
Oh.
So technically, any engine who would know about the track lead would be able to get on the far track and be able to come up to Allstead if they knew about the switch up there. But because this track wasn't in place during the time of the episode, which was Thomas and the Special Letter, and this was a dead-end siding at the time before it got hooked to the castle, you wouldn't see the track bed reaching across. All you'd see is the old rails right here getting they're all beat up and working trying to repair them, and then Thomas acting fucking stupid. Well, excuse my language, but, him acting stupid and then running himself through a wall like a dummy. Trying to show off. Kind of screwed him in the end, but no one ever saw the connection to the castle. Behind the scenes revealed that the track bed was hidden at the far end of Allstead. The way it came off was it would start at the silo where the buffers were. You tore the buffers out and looked, you'd have nothing but branches and rubble right here. If you ripped the branches and rubble up and cleaned it up, you'd have your track bed sitting right there. All you'd have to do is just hook the rails up, which allows a further trip up to the castle. And people never knew that because they never looked into it. That's what made it dang funny. Half the people were like, wait, what? They knew there was turntables down here, but this used to be a siding down here. The siding was actually the track that led to Allstead, but they cut it off so no one could figure the thing out. And they did that purposely. And plus, we came up through the branch line, so we cut off like a whole stretch of the main line. I mean, yeah, we could have went through Crosby, Wellsworth, and then started coming through the Wellsworth entrance, heading towards the castle. But we'll go from there and see where it goes. I mean, the other option is basically because we're coming in through the branch line, it's a lot easier. Because the Valley Junction was small coming through anyway, you wouldn't know it. And it was funny in this case, the way they said it, because they're like, oh, well, this shouldn't be like this. Well, a lot of people weren't paying attention when everything was done. And when people don't pay attention, people miss stuff. And when they miss stuff, that's when everyone's like, wait, what? Why? Because they didn't see what was happening.
What's the 8th month of the year?
August.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would have clock up.
What happened, that guys?
Are you downstairs?
Clock. I'm just gonna rub it against something. Wait,
What?
don't question. I'm trying to do something with this clock. Okay.
What do you mean?
So I'm playing this mini game, and there was a clock that I had to mess with.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I made it here. Where do I have to go? Up here? Freddy Fazbear's Camp? How do I get back up? Yes. Right here. And then you go up here, and you go up here, and then you go here. Okay. TikTok, you gotta go fast. On the tree. Oh my god. Get on the tree. Why can't I jump? Okay. No. I can't die. Like this. TikTok on the clock. Party don't stop now. Whoa, 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 whoa. This mini game that I'm playing is crazy. Let me on the freaking. Let me get over the other side. No, I was just on that tree. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Here's the cabin. Okay. Gonna go on here. Here. Pizzeria. Go outside here. No. To the backstage room. To the kitchen. My god, this game is so harsh.
Bro, I can't keep a straight face because of my fucking profile picture. I fucking can't.
Mine?
Bro, I can't keep a straight face. I seriously cannot keep a straight face right now. What the fuck?
Is it my profile picture or what?
No, it's mine. It's mine. Have a look at mine.
Come on.
I can't keep a straight face because of it.
Top 2 there.
What the fuck happened to Darwin, bro? What happened to Darwin?
Oh, do I have to go down there? Oh. The FNAF 2 location?
Fuck? Pink Molly, what?
Okay, what'd I miss?
Me just doing parkour. Oh my god.
I'm just talking about how I cannot keep a straight face right now.
Right. Oh, look, here comes another engine.
They said Pink Molly. Whoa,
Also, someone
who's
said
the
Pink
other
Molly in the
engine?
live chat.
Who's the other engine?
That would be Nora.
Oh, it's Laura, the tramway.
Normanby Castle on our way up to Alstead.
Oh, Normanby. So, is there an engine named Wellsworth Castle?
There could be in some other Trains universe.
Oh, hi, Mangle. Bye, Mangle. Nope, you gotta go over. To Mangle? No. Here. No. What do? You gotta go this way. I gotta jump on that. What do you do? No. Nope. Wait. Okay, so you have to go this way, right? Do you have to be like on something? Oh, you have to be on BB? BB? Come back, BB. Bro, what? Okay, BB, come here. Oh, you have to try to stay on, BB. That is crazy.
The fact that I just hear music casually playing in the background.
Dude, this game is so difficult. No! I can go this way. No, I just came from that way. I can't go this way because the pieces are not touchable. Why can't I do this?
Oh, I'll show you guys inside the castle. What the hell? I kind of overshot the platform anyway.
Wait, where's Colin?
Colin isn't around in this universe.
No, Colin the crane?
Colin the crane will be down at the wharf. We're at Allstick Castle, so the crane's nowhere to be seen right now. So basically, going through the castle, I'll just stop here and kind of go over a few things. The inner castle halt station, the main station for the castle, the sideline. There's a railway museum back here, which I'm going to put some antique stock in. I haven't done yet. Of course, movie theater.
Movie theater?
Yep. So the entrance can actually watch a movie who stay up here at the castle. And if you notice, the tracks are dual gauge. That does include for a certain French pipsqueak. Connor and Caitlin's place up here, and a coach shed for them. Then, of course, obviously, Millie's line running along the edge, the little estate line, which basically runs everywhere. Little turntables, all that fun stuff. But basically, Millie's line kind of runs everywhere around the castle, which is kind of funny. And then you venture through the tunnel, you end up in the dinosaur park. But as you venture around the dinosaur park and get to the other end, well, there's the switch for the Scarloey. Don't need to get lost, though, today. So, that's an adventure for another day, though. Venturing down the Scarloey line, that's for another day. Or another stream. We'll see.
So wait, who's the crane at the castle?
There is no crane at the castle.
But you said this is the concept art.
Yeah, this is the concept for Allstead Castle. No one has ever built it like this. Everyone else built it differently. They did it to the TV style instead of the concept art sketches. This was all done by the sketches when it was put together, which would include the Railway Museum and the theater. Technically, the theater, though, would have been like an arena, so I turned it into a theater just by putting down the TV screen. Right here is where the throne room would have been. I don't have the throne assets in, though. So, basically, the concept art of the castle is like twice the size than what Allstead Castle originally was. The castle would have been way smaller going TV series. You wouldn't have this cutoff right here going through. The Railway Museum wouldn't be here. The theater wouldn't be here. It would basically be come into the castle, the station. There would be a tunnel right there exiting out, and then into the dinosaur park. That'd be it. That's the way they did the TV series. So this was all done on sketches to make it, to do the whole castle concept, to get it right.
But wait.
What?
Hold on, I'm sending something to you in your DMs. But you're saying it's a concept art, but there's a crane at Ulstead. Well, outside of it.
Well, that's funny. Right there is technically listing as Sodor Castle, that location, not Allstead. So technically that crane is overlooking a different area, and that crane would be mentioned in the concept, but out here you wouldn't see it because this was done to a Railway Series interpretant of King of the Railway, the little gold burnish book, which wouldn't include the crane out here on the platform.
True.
So, yeah, that opens up a lot more questions than answers for a lot of people. But anyway, we've come up through the castle. I mean, technically, we can go down the main line next or decide where we're going next. I mean, just got to kind of choose from there.
Aren't we supposed to be going to Crosby?
Yeah, we can take the back way. The only thing is, I mean, we can travel at speeds, or we just got to be careful because there is an engine at Wellsworth. We got to be careful going by. That's all.
Ooh.
Well, you know how there's some form of justice somewhere on the island, and it ain't the police by human force? There's actually a police engine on the island. So basically where the switch is coming back from Alstead heading towards Wellsworth, the main switch goes right through the yard, right past her headquarters, which is right here.
Oh, I think I remember who was the police engine.
Yeah, basically she's sitting there, got to go slow through the yards. Speed limit's like 40 through here, and some of the engines come through here doing 50 or faster. So basically,
I mean, express engines.
Express engines aren't allowed to exceed the yard limits of 40 miles an hour. Otherwise, their train gets stopped by an emergency stop by the police engine, and then they end up getting sent to Sodor prison.
Oh.
For a violation. Gordon ended up suffering that last month, and he's still paying for it.
So he's still in jail?
For another 20 days, yeah, for speeding. He ripped through there doing 70 when he wasn't supposed to. Our police engine was out in the siding, minding her own business. Gordon zoomed by. She grabbed him at the platform, slammed on the brakes, stopped his express, and said, "You're endangering your passengers racing through city limits." Yeah, Gordon ended up getting dragged off to Sodor prison for that one. So,
man.
Henry knows better, and James knows better. Edward just laughs because he's like, yeah, you'd think they'd learn to respect the yard limits. Half the time they don't.
To be honest, I would probably do the same mistake as well.
Yeah, but you sure you want to end up in friggin' jail with an engine who committed a murder?
No.
Jesus.
Because there is an engine in my saga who's a psychopath.
Oh, God.
No, he basically, this particular engine, he's a tank engine. He basically got so aggravated, he finally lost it, and he murdered 3 engines.
God damn.
He's an orange idiot.
Billy?
Yeah. He's in prison for life.
Billy?
Why Billy? What did bro do?
Basically, someone said, Billy, yeah, how's your dad's siblings? Billy got pissed because someone made a joke about his siblings. One of the other engines jokingly didn't know that Billy had no siblings left. Yeah, that's what caused him to snap.
Charlie accidentally makes Billy go
But another engine put him out of his misery recently, so...
Who was it?
An engine who's not from Sodor actually killed him.
No, like, who's the engine that, like, shut off Billy?
The engine who got rid of Billy comes from a far, far away island, which is another 800 miles from Sodor itself.
What's their name?
That's kind of the funny thing. Her name is meant to be kept a secret for now, but let me put it this way. She is one scary engine when she gets angry. Especially because she has a temper problem. And she's a hybrid engine.
Is it that red engine that you sent me?
Which one?
The only one that you sent me. You only sent me, like, one red engine.
Well, I didn't release her to the public, so...
True.
I mean,
but was it her who did it?
Well, the funny thing is, no one can prove it. Everyone has assumptions that she did it, but there's no evidence saying that she actually killed the engine. But yet, when everyone started asking questions mysteriously, Billy ended up dead mysteriously. He got out on parole somehow by pure luck, and he was trying to do a job for somebody. He screwed up. This particular engine went by. He ended up in an accident, ended up crashing into a fireworks shed. The shed blew up, killing him with it.
Poor Billy.
Everyone tried blaming the passing engine But they examined it. They examined the engine. They examined the wreck site, and they're like, "Yeah, this wasn't negligence. This wasn't caused by this engine." So that kind of made things a lot different.
Who's the worst engine to wait, what did Billy look like?
Billy looked
Before
like
he,
he did
like-
the TV series.
Oh. I thought you like changed him or something.
Nope. Basically, he ended up screwing himself because someone made the dead sibling joke, unaware that on Sodor anyway, because where it connects to another island sometime in the future, which I haven't gotten into much of yet, which is part of the new saga. Basically, one of those engines who came to visit, there's something a lot of people didn't know. One engine was basically supposed to be considered a ghost because of what happened.
No.
Yeah. Supposedly an engine that was killed off years ago, the remains disappeared. They were never broken up at the scrapyard. The engine's remains just disappeared. People say they've seen the engine on the viaduct at night racing across the island. The sightings get more and more unanimous each night because every time someone calls in on Sodor Hotline, yep, we just saw a red unknown engine zipping across a bridge or through Bluffs Cove or wherever. Signalmen and people across the island are phoning it in saying this engine ain't no ghost. They just don't know what the engine is because they've never seen it before. So it's kind of left everyone kind of confused because no one knows what kind of engine it is. The only thing they got from it is it's a hybrid Atlantic. That's all they know. But they don't know what class or how strong it is. All they see is the flash of colors that fly. That's it.
I know who it is. And I can't say her name because she'll probably kind of kill me.
Now, here's the funny thing about it. Technically, that engine and Melody, with the Sodor Police Force, share the same face pack, surprisingly.
Is she going to try to kill me?
Melody's a figure of justice. She technically can't kill anybody.
No. The other one.
Oh, number 10? She could go after somebody if proned. If no one tempts her, she'll basically just sit back and just let you think she's going to kill you. And there goes Nora in a freaking hurry. I mean, yeah, Penny's running at low speeds, but whoa, better slow it the hell down, Nora. Coming towards Wellsworth at 100 plus miles an hour is a little bit dangerous.
Drink a...
Why am I getting a bad feeling this is going to be a goose chase?
Yep,
and we know how this is going to go. Someone ends up passing Melody when they're not supposed to at high speeds. Well, I think we know how this is going to lead. A wild goose chase could end up back at Knapford or could end up in a much worse position.
So, baked beans in a cup.
Oh, trust me. This ain't going to work well for Nora. She knows better. It's just this time she didn't have enough time to slow down. So I think we know how this is going to go. Because Nora's in a damn hurry as usual. Not thinking about anything. Yeah. Not good, because now Melody's after her ass. And she's Sodor Police Force. She grabs her. Game over.
You know what that means?
Yep. Nora might have a problem.
Either pick up speed or... yeah. I mean, yes.
She ends up wrecking the back of her train purposely. She spawns back a couple seconds later just so she can drag her ass to a damn halt.
I think she should pick up speed. Just so she doesn't, get...
Nora's slowing down. Nora stopped. Wow.
Oh.
Shit. I didn't let off the brake on her. I didn't even touch the brake. It's because Melody slammed into her.
Oh. No. How is she supposed to explain that?
Coming through the yards faster than posted speed limit? That leads to trouble.
Wait, what if you just tell her the truth? Like, you forgot. She, like, couldn't put the brake on. Like, the coaches were too heavy.
Nora
and
couldn't
she
stop in time. She's tried getting away with it before.
Try to get away with what?
She's tried speeding through Wellsworth before, and Melody has warned her, knock it off. This is the second offense. Third time, she ends up locked in Sodor prison for a month.
A month?
Yep.
Well,
So I think
better start explaining. That's what I'd say.
that's what happens when you break rules on the island. Melody catches you. It's not pretty.
Dude, my nose is so clogged right now. It's so hard to, like, breathe.
Have a good sneeze. You'll feel better.
If I do that, it's all gonna come out of my nose.
That's where you have a tissue. Sneeze into a tissue.
True,
Duh.
true. Okay, I am not that smart.
Yeah, so now we're traveling through the peaceful end of the Crosby Valley. We've already gone through Wellsworth. Now, there is a reference up at Crosby a lot of people would recognize, pretty obviously. Don't mind the camera jump. That was kind of on me anyway, but basically. When we get to
What's the
Wellsworth, take a good look around, see if you can spot it.
Wait, close shave?
Yep.
Why is it at Wellsworth?
This ain't Wellsworth.
Where are we?
What?
Crosby? Wait,
Where we're supposed to go. We went the back way from the castle, remember?
why is it double track?
Because it's part of the main line.
But I thought the main line.
Sodor's main line is strange for a lot of reasons because it goes to 3 tracks to 2 tracks to 2 tracks to 3 tracks. But in the Railway series, it's depicted as a 2-track, the entire main line.
Oh, I just make the whole, like, main line just 3 lines. That's pretty much it.
Well,
Keep it simple. Keep it easy.
funny thing is, there's a lot of things other people didn't see, like the washdown along the coast, stuff like that. So we made it to Crosby, at least. We made it where we were going. We just took a detour along the way. Now, as you can see, there is a camera here in the signal box, which gives a nice touch, I admit. Ooh.
Camera in the signal. Oh, yeah, sure.
So basically, you've seen through Wellsworth and you've seen through Crosby, but we haven't traveled back yet because we still got the trip from here back towards Naffer, which goes by the dairy, through the washdown, which is the part of the main line we skipped over when we went to the castle. Which makes it a little more fun. So, why not just do this the fun way? Because I'm only doing this once, just so we can kind of zip through. Especially because Melody's off dropping someone off the Sodor prison, and there's no signals between here and the washdown. Time to go fast. So yeah.
Wait, there's only one police engine?
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Just
that there's not 2.
Well, surprisingly, Melody patrols the whole island. The thing is, though, with her stationed at Wellsworth, no one really sees everything. There's the dairy.
Dairy.
Yep. Sodor's
Dairy
beautiful
queen.
coastline. Better start slowing down because now we're getting near. There's the switch. And there's the washdown. Penny, get back here. Come on. And she basically went 3/4 of the way through the damn tunnel.
3/4 of the way in the tunnel.
So let's do this and flip her around. Just go. Whoop. Away we go. And because Melody is off dragging someone off to the prison on the mainland, on the edge of the sodor, no one would know. Penny could speed and get away with it. Let's go through the washdown. Whee!
Wait, is it the car wash?
No, that's
Wait,
actually the engine wash. You can get an engine scrub and a carriage scrub at the same time racing through.
Well, technically a brake van.
Well on the main line.
Technically, you're pulling a brake van, so that's why I said the brake van too.
Yeah. Technically, though, any engine and rolling stock can get a nice wash while on the main line, where a whole bunch of dirt and debris shoots up. So
Does it look like a car wash or no?
it's more of an. It can wash any engine and rolling stock.
No, I meant like, does it look like the wooden railway one?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
It's something more like a space style car wash. More like a space style engine wash.
Space style. I'm just hearing freaking William Afton just screaming in the background. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just so quiet right now. Like, I just hear him screaming. I'm like, okay. Yeah, let him scream. Let him scream. Let him scream. Let him scream. Oh, let him
There's the
scream.
dairy. Going by at reasonable speed, you can actually see it. Lots of milk. Big dairy. Got milk?
No, I do not have milk.
Dairy siding. The place where they store their dairy tankers. A private little shed on the far off edge of the line. So now we can use a little magic and basically teleport up to Wellsworth if we want and venture from there. Teleport! Right. Go back across the valley. Back at Wellsworth. So now.
Wait, I didn't see this line.
So now, back up here at Wellsworth, we can choose where we're going from here. I mean, we've seen Crosby. We can go further up the main line.
Wellsworth branch line.
All right. Well, funny thing is, just to actually make this fun, what the heck? Give Penny a little bit of work to do, so that way it's not a total waste going down the branch. That way we'll travel down the branch line and have a little more fun.
Yeah.
Make sure the switches are clear. Okay. So yard limits are cleared. Now, there we go. Now I just gotta make sure the switch up ahead is changed. Which, whoops, gotta stop so I can change the switch. There we go. There. Now we'll get up to the junction, set the switch for the junction. There we go. Back on the main now, the speed limit's 90, so. Might as well take this train down to Brendam. That's as far as we're going for now. A little exploratory down the branch line never hurts. It makes it a little more fun. It's a little more peaceful. As you notice, the hillsides of the branch line were done like the way they were on the TV show, the big green hills on the sides of the branch, heading down the branch line until it led to the corner, which was zipped by the scrapyard. Basically, it was just a spline mesh in order to get that done. On the other sides of the roads, and look, there's the scrapyard where Trevor was found. I did throw a joke in here.
Oh, this poor little guy.
Best friends, if you get the joke, look who it is.
Oh my god, it's Thomas and Percy.
Yep, it's a best friends joke. Normally, I'd have Penny pulling her own coaches, but because Nora ended up getting dragged off for speeding, and the train to be delivered to Brenham, Penny being available, yeah. So,
Penny's just pulling the passenger train for her.
well, she's pulling an express passenger back down to Brenham, but she's going by the speed limits. That's the thing. Speed limit's 90 on the branch for the bigger engines. She can't go that fast. So she's running at a safe speed, so she has to stop. She can stop in time. Here we have the capital of the island, the town of Sudbury. Fairly large and heavily populated.
I thought the capital of Sodor was like either Tidmouth or.
No, it was Sudbury. That's the funny thing.
Oh.
Yeah. And of course, as you know, going outside the town, you get the small vicarage orchard where our favorite traction engine lives, who isn't around today. Trevor's off at some event, so we won't be seeing him. Well, might as well just race by the orchard.
Might as well just speed down the line unsafely.
So it's just basically, there's one of the main stations there. There's the capital station. Now the switch here ventures further up the main line. But we're not heading down that switch today.
I see.
So we'll drop everyone at the platform, and then we'll go from here down to Brenham. A lot of people waiting for a train today. Now you'll watch, you'll see some weird magic on the platform. People disappearing and reappearing, people boarding and getting off the train.
I think that's kind of cool how it shows that.
Throttle controls up. Time to go. So off we go again. And that's funny because the way this branch line's set up, we're going to end up going right past the animal park down there, which you can see from here. But there's the switch that leads towards the coastal run. But we're not going that way today. Oh, there we go.
Then Edward exploded.
Well, it's different. I just heard someone else clicking. What happened? You lose your connection?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, because I heard someone else click.
No.
Oh, must have been Pogmas or something. I don't know. But basically, the nice thing is the branch line's wide or long enough so we can actually go fast through here. There's the animal park, all the people waiting to get picked up. Funny, we're not scheduled to stop there today.
No more animals.
Everyone, hey, we need to get going. Where's our damn train? Well, everyone wants to get going. Well, here comes Penny, but she's in a damn ass hurry. So I think we all know how that's going to go. Her being in a hurry, we all know how it leads.
Arrested.
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of people haven't really seen much, so Penny can't break the speed limit that much. The speed limit's 90. She can't do faster than 60, so she ain't speeding. She's actually within the branch line safety. So I guess that's a good thing, right?
Maybe.
Hopefully she doesn't run into the two troublemakers when she gets down towards Brenham. As you know who hides down towards Brenham Docks? Two little yellow idiots who love to play jokes and play hide the freight cars.
Hide the coach. I had the coach. I had the coach.
You know them two. They love to cause trouble. But the line seems quiet today, so we might not see them at all. That would be a nice thing. It might be a nice peaceful trip into Brendam for once. If that's the case, that means Penny can push a little harder to get down the line without breaking the speed limit at 90, of course. I mean, she's already doing almost 60, but I'm not pushing her that hard. I'm going easy. But at least this way we don't have to deal with Bill and Ben. I guess that's a good thing. You can see a little bit of Brendam from here. You want a closer shot, though, you have to wait until we get there. I mean, technically, I could snap up the speed because Melody's off the island for now and get away with it. But then you just got to be careful when I slam on the brakes. So at this point, I'll push it a little bit with a different spec so we can actually get down there. As long as I don't exceed 100, we're good. So as long as I'm not exceeding 100, we're okay. 90 is the magic number we can't go past, so leave it right about there. Because we're going to be coming through the station area soon. Coming in towards Brendam is always fun. I'm right under the speed limit, so technically, if Melody does surface, she can't pinch Penny for doing anything wrong. Limit's 90, she's doing 80, so as long as she doesn't endanger anyone on the way in, that's a good thing. That means we got plenty of time, and we'll make it in on time.
Then he exploded.
And it's funny because when I use Penny with this spec, she actually moves the way she should. It's just I don't push on her that much. I gotta get rid of the camera on the branch line shed. I haven't gotten rid of it yet. That's kind of my fault for putting that there.
Bro.
Well, Cranky's busy. Penny's just making her way through. Technically now, here's something funny. The pier for the CGI would have been actually funny because look where it would have hooked up.
Into the sea?
There would have been nothing for it to hook up to. Look. It would have just went on forever with ocean. There would have been nothing there. There would have been no railroad there to hook up to. That's why that lead wasn't used, for that reason.
Wait, wouldn't it lead up to...
Where's the track lead?
Yeah, wouldn't that lead to, what is it called?
Technically, you got a boat siding sitting here for loading boat trains, so...
Oh, I thought it would lead up to, what is it called? Misty Island.
Well, that's the funny thing. According to the timing, if you go where Cranky would be, and then look from his point of view exactly where he sits, basically, if you were to look out this way, you'd be looking right about... You see the reflection right there?
Yeah.
Misty Island would actually be right about here. Right where the reflection would be.
Oh.
Which means looking from Sodor, you'd be able to see the edge of it. But because it's just Sodor and not Misty Island, technically all you see is the beautiful blue sea.
Thank gosh. I don't think Misty Island should be on the.
Well, it's not on this map, so. So we went and covered from Knapford all the way down to Alstead, which covered Thomas's whole branch line and Crosby. And we got down to Brendam. There's still plenty more on this island to explore. Do we keep adventuring, or do we wrap it up here is the question. With Sodor being so big, what do you do? Probably make more sense to wrap it up here, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think for a second stream we did well. Well, we did get to see Crosby. It's just we had a detour along Thomas's branch line. So, with it all said and done, I think that worked out nicely. Penny got an extra job to do, giving her something to do. And on top of that, we all got to enjoy the trip. So,
The island of Sodor.
So, this would conclude part 2. Mitch, I'd like to thank you for being around, keeping me company while I did this. And everyone else, if everyone else would show the hell up, but I'm not going to end the stream just yet, because this is where I do questions. So, yeah, let's see what's going on.
Is there any questions?
Oh, yeah, there's one sitting there.
Oh, yeah, we have one. Yeah.
Let's see. So, let's see. Keegan, Brandon making jokes and freaking Keegan. Mark, wow. Hey, let's see. I don't know how this turned into an oh my god, they killed Kenny thing. I have no idea. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know how that kind of happened.
Wait, what?
There was a joke in here that, like, oh my god, they killed Kenny. It's like, what the hell?
You killed Kenny.
Yeah, that joke was in here. I was like, are you serious? So, let's see. Just kind of looking around. Doesn't look like there was that many. So,
there's like one question.
Yeah, from Ryan. So,
what is your Ryan?
Oh, I forgot. I'm still getting used to the reply system. I'm not used to it. Okay, question from Ryan. Let's see what. So hopefully we'll find out. And of course, some people just don't know anything. Let's see. Doesn't look like there is that many questions. I think Ryan might be around, might not be, but let's see. The question's up. I asked. Now we just wait and see if he replies. That's all we can do. So, but yeah, for a long trip though, I mean, I think we actually did kind of good on time, don't you, Mitch?
Yeah.
I mean, Figure and Penny was driving the speed limit the whole damn time, except for the last stretch where she drove like a freaking maniac, but that's normal.
Well, not really a maniac. She just went higher speeds.
Well, she went higher than she was supposed to, but she knew she could get away with it because there was no freaking cops. That's the funny thing.
She's trying to run up.
Sliding between the signals like she does. So, let's see. As far as other things go right now, it doesn't look like we're waiting to see, and it doesn't look like anything's.
What does the what is it called? The rail yard looks like not rail yard, but like the jail.
Sodor Prison?
Yes.
Okay, well, Sodor Prison is at the edge of Vickerstown, right before the bridge. It's basically like a giant shed facility where they keep road vehicles, engines, and rolling stock for committing crimes. So it's kind of like Railgate, but not Railgate, because it's on Sodor, and Melody is in charge of the prison. So she decides how long you're in for and when you get out. She's basically the judge, and she's also the head cop, being the Sodor police force. So technically, if she sentences you after 3 times, you're kind of screwed because the 3rd time you get put to death. Second offense, it's like, oh crap. But basically, she's giving Nora a warning. First time, don't speed, and this is the second offense. She sped through Wellsworth thinking she'd get away with it. She was in a hurry and couldn't slow down. Well, Melody slammed on the brakes and stopped her train and dragged her away. So she's going to end up in the prison for a while. Basically, if you get caught after 3, and Melody being the nicer engine of the two, not trying to kill anybody, basically she'll just keep giving sentences, just keep extending them until you learn not to do stupid stunts. That's what she does to people. The only thing was with Billy, because he killed 3 engines thinking he could get away with it. Yeah, we kind of know how that went. He gets out on parole for a stunt for killing somebody. Gets out on parole. He visits Sodor again while he's on parole. He follows up a job. Someone makes a dead sibling joke. He gets mad, kills that engine, which was a visitor. Another visiting engine shows up and gets rid of him. And then right before the visitor leaves, she says, "Good riddance to bad rubbish." And then she just leaves.
Dang.
She gets on the boat and goes home. No one knows anything none the wiser. Billy is gone. He's no longer in the universe, and that's the end of that. So, yeah, it's surprising. So, judging by the looks of it right now, didn't get that many questions, so guess that's a good thing, I guess.
What year was Railgate made?
That a lot of people don't know. That's the funny thing. Sodor Prison was formed in the 1980s because of what happened. The railway was due for an inspection.
Oh.
And while Sir Topham Hatt Sr. was in charge, basically, like the second member of his family, his son was in charge when this happened. Basically, they showed up, and the railway inspector said, "You have to have a police engine on this island at all times, or we're going to pull the funding for your railroad for violating safety regulations."
Yikes.
Topham said, "I don't have an engine to do that kind of job. Sorry, I can't do it." So he tried to fight with them. They said, "Well, then we'll be pulling your government grants, shutting down your island, and shutting down your railroad, unless you comply with the rules." He thought for 3 weeks what he could do. A buddy of his said, "Hey, I know an engine who just got out of the police academy. She's been sitting here a while. She's a new graduate. She doesn't have a home." Topham sees a bonus. An engine without a home? Okay. Keep in mind, she's an older engine, yes, but the job fits her because it's on a quiet island, so she can get away with it. So Melody comes to Sodor, none the wiser. She's a new cop, fresh out of the academy, and no one knows she's on the island because she came at night. The only one who would see her is Thomas or Percy running mail trains. That's it. So when the other engines scream through Wellsworth, and all of a sudden they get dragged to a halt, they're like, "What the hell?" She comes up alongside. "You know why I pulled you over?" "No, you were speeding." Gabby says, "What?" "Yeah." And she actually ended up becoming deputy police sheriff because of what happened, because she busted 2 engines smuggling drugs across the island. Spiked coal being one of them. Someone basically laced a whole bunch of coal with psychedelic powder so everyone would hallucinate when they took it. Yeah. She looked into it and found out who the engine was. One of them was Alfred, the B-12, trying to run from custody for smuggling in that kind of coal. It was called Spitfire coal. Basically, he thought, "Oh, I could sell this coal to other engines and make it so they killed themselves." Well, Melody found out about it, figuring something was wrong, but she couldn't test what. When all the other engines on the island started acting weird, because she has her own private coal stash in her shed, she went back to her sheds to fill up, and she's like, something's not right with these others. And she was wondering what was going on, because the coal was brought in by a heavier engine. It didn't make sense. This other engine was moving cocaine across the island thinking he could get away with it. Melody bagged both engines at the same time at Barrow. She was asked to take a train, and she's like, okay, I can do my rounds anyway. It was quiet. There was no train scheduled, so she took the one-passenger train to Barrow. In comes Jeffrey from a visiting railway with a coal train. More laced coal, and then a bunch of box vans behind him. Inside, kilos and kilos and kilos of coke, thinking he could get away with it. One of the workmen opened up one of the vans and said, hey, this ain't sugar, it's cocaine. Melody heard it and chased his ass, bagged him at Vickerstown, and said, I'm going to give you one chance to get off this island now or you're going to prison. Jeffrey tried to take off running. Melody grabbed him. Off to Sodor prison. Jeffrey remained there. He never got released, him and Alfred, because they were both partners. They both got screwed. Life sentence. With no parole. After Melody being applauded for her efforts for stopping the biggest heist out there, smuggling coal internationally thinking they could get away with it, well, Melody was then promoted to head chief police engine of Sodor Police. And she's stationed at Wellsworth now, where she now resides because of that event. The only thing is, if, say, a visiting engine comes to visit someone who isn't from Sodor or known to Sodor, and they speed through her yards, she can only stop them and tell them, slow it down. She cannot actually give them a violation of any kind because they didn't know the rules. You see how that one works?
Yeah.
So thanks. Say an engine from far away. Say an engine from like Japan. Like say Hero comes or something. Hero is well known across the island. But say like a tank engine from Japan showed up that no one's ever heard of. And say they show up and they zip through the yards. Melody can stop them and say, hey, don't speed in my yard. Oh, I didn't know there was a speed limit here. Yeah, next time just go slower. Can't do anything. The next time they do it, well, fuck. Say national engine again. I have to let them go through. It kind of puts Melody in a corner because she can't do anything about it. But at the same token, it's like, you know what? You don't know the rules. You've been here before, but obviously you forgot because you just don't think. So, yeah, it kind of works, I guess. So, yeah, everything's been slowly working towards it. But other than all the crazy stuff and the fun adventures, plenty of adventures around Sodor, and of course there is secrets on the island. The island's more industrial than versus being more laid out, which is like more civilized. I mean, you're talking 1 million plus people on the island already anyway. That's a lot of people. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, since we had no more questions, and no one else seems to be around posting or asking questions in this case, I think it's best, according to this whole thing, why don't we just get ready to wrap this up and call it a day, I guess. I mean, this was supposed to be Monday, but what the hell? It's a day early. It's a bonus. So before we wrap this up, Mitch, you want to say anything to our fans or to the viewers before we close this up?
Get ready for another episode of Tom and Jam Show. That's pretty much it.
There will be another stream in the future. Just hasn't been decided when that will happen yet. Because the next part, because you've seen up to Wellsworth now for the main line, it will be depicted from there and will go from Wellsworth, obviously, either to one of the points beyond there. We could go anywhere from there. Down one of the expansions, to Marin, further up the main line. It leaves a lot of options. So, put in the comments where you guys think Penny should venture off to next time, and we'll do it on cam and let you guys see more of this humongous island that Thomas and his friends live on.
And Thomas and his friends.
Yep. And of course, I thank Mitch again for being here, keeping me company, along with the others who mysteriously left earlier, being a bunch of loonies. I don't know why. But
You're welcome. And like and subscribe to her. And
like and subscribe to the channel. And if you got questions, I will gladly answer them. But this is why I've been away for 6 damn years, because I've been building this map. And it's not just for me, because I did do a public release of it, but this is the final cut of the map after all the changes have been done. So it's fine. It's final touches, basically. But I want to show you guys the real progress of what it takes to put this island together the way it should be. And plus, when people say there are certain things that aren't in the Railway series, like, for example, the Sodor Search and Rescue Center or Great Waterton, if anyone wants to argue with those, you know the little gold burnish books with the black burnish bindings? You know what I'm talking about, Mitch, don't you? The little gold burnish books?
the what?
You know what books I'm talking about. You've seen them before. The small little books they do for kids, like the kiddie books with the gold burnish and black, with the black burnishes on the gold binder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Basically, they did Thomas books of those movies before they became movies, like Misty Island Rescue, Great Discovery, Day of the Diesels. They did it for all of them, and including King of the Railway, surprisingly. And with that, there was references in there people never saw, which is how I was able to pull together the Sodor Search and Rescue Center. Great Waterton was done differently. It was done to my own style. So, yeah. But basically, that was part of the Railway series depicted by Wilbert Audrey before he passed. He wrote all those books. And everyone said, oh, Great Waterton wasn't in the Railway series. Look up the Great Discovery book PDF file, and it actually shows Great Waterton's entrance. Totally different than what we saw on the TV show.
Great Waterton.
So anyway, might as well wrap this up, and afterwards we'll see where it goes from there. But
wait,
I see. I see someone else poke their head in. Well, anyway, it's time to wrap this up. Hope you all enjoyed the stream, and we'll continue from Wellsworth next time. Oh, and just remember, kids, freight cars are no one's friends. Bye-bye.